Something's happening, and we'll find out exactly what that something is. Okay, come on in, Len.
What's happening on the Metropolitan Boulevard is the traffic is still moving much better than average. It busies up a little bit around the Autoroute merge area, but even there it doesn't slow down much. From one end to the other in both directions. Good news.
Okay, 27 past 7, that's CJAD time.
When you're flying, you do have to concentrate on the job to locate where the trouble spots are and also to be editing what you're going to say. Traffic conditions change so quickly and you have to sort of evaluate which ones are deserving priority mention and which you're going to have to leave out because of time problems. It's a team effort between the pilot and myself, keeping an eye on air traffic and weather conditions, sudden changes, and helping to navigate around the city, but I'm not really a co-pilot.
Can you take it off this, please?
Roger, what's the NQ?
An easy one.
Okay.
2 passenger fares to most major Canadian cities. For complete information, call
Turn your carrier on.
And ask Cargo Rail to make your move an easy one.
Again, a reminder of that problem over on the Champlain Bridge. The car stalled in the left lane about halfway in, causing quite a backup when last we were there about 5 minutes ago. These Jet Ranger traffic reports, another service of the Royal Bank, the helpful bank. Go see them today. You'll find a royal welcome inside.
All right, this is National Psychiatry Week. Buy your shrink a drink. It's 7:30. This is 800 CJAD.
Montreal's my hometown, and I knew it quite well before I started looking at it from a helicopter. It takes a little while to get accustomed to the aerial view of it. I don't think there's a city in the world that's been able to build expressways fast enough to keep up with the increase in the volume of traffic. The cities who are quick to provide rapid transit that is as convenient as your automobile as possible will be alleviating their problems to some extent. But there has never been a more convenient mode of transportation than your own automobile.
Well, here's what's happening at the Champlain Bridge. The south end of the bridge is completely fouled up, but Highway 3 is handling traffic nicely. And if you're sitting in that delay at the south end of the Champlain Bridge, have some heart. The situation will be improving gradually. Meantime, you can console yourself with the fact that you will probably be appearing on the nation's motion picture theater screens because the National Film Board got a picture of you sitting there. They're up in the Jet Ranger with us this morning.
A few years ago, the Montreal Star realized that I was able to see things from my vantage point that people on the ground couldn't see as readily. And they asked me if I would put this on paper in a regular series of articles on my observations.
Jeff, these are the blow-ups that you ordered on that Champlain Bridge story.
Oh, yes, I see. And this is that the trap that you're suggesting.
CJ80 time, Len Rocliffe in the CJ80 Jet Ranger.
The roadways are slippery this morning, and take my word for it, there have been a number of collisions because of the slippery conditions. So Please drive with extra caution this morning, and the visibility is not too great with windscreens being splattered all the time, so keep your lights on so the other fellow can see you.
After a couple of hours of flying in Montreal's air, you can wipe the air off the rotor blades when you get back. I used to do it mornings and afternoons, but after several years of breathing our beautiful city air at chimney top level, my lungs started to take a little punishment. I got a spot of infection on one of them, and the doctors couldn't attribute it to anything else, so I assumed that's what it was, and I cut back on my flying time, and I haven't had the problem since. The air that the helicopter and its passengers breathe is probably the most dangerous part of the job.
Speaking of coffee, one of the food processing plants in town is blending coffee this morning, and we can smell it all the way up here. That's one of the more pleasant smells around. The atmosphere is beginning to thicken up a little in Old Smog City at the moment. Everything is at a complete standstill from Boulevard Saint-Michel all the way west to DeCarry. So the westbound Metropolitan is a complete no-no. Use any of the alternate routes, get off at the next exit and find another way, because you'll be sitting there for some time to come.
And a little poem in the pot for Pinkerton. Ooh.
The nicest part of my job is that I never have to drive in rush hour. I'm always up above all the chaos.